Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I'm back. I'm back. Excuse me. So I have been gone. I hope everybody's been doing well. I came back this past Tuesday and I joined Lovely Debbie on our regular Tuesday show. Um, I have taken some time off because I had some family issues I needed to take care of. You know, um, took care of our elders. My dad had total knee replacement surgery. Uh, Shocking for those of you that know my dad. Yeah, he actually went through with it. He actually did it. So, yeah. So he's on the mend. He's doing very well. Thank you very kindly. And so now I'm back. So I have been working still here and there a little bit. Just Keith and I have been taking care of my dad. And we're just going to put a little holy water here. Um, for those of you that don't know where I work in a hospital for children, and there's been so many changes around the hospital that um, spirits are moving a lot. They're becoming more present. Good morning, Diana. How are you this morning? Oh, I've missed all of this so much. I've been so caught up doing this and doing that, and, taking care of family stuff and just, family stuff. So, anyways, I don't know if any of you have noticed. Good morning, Brenda. But the spirits are speaking a lot more than what they used to. Um, there's been a shift, of course, with my spirit guides. My nana and my grandmother are still here. My nephew, who's kind of here a little bit here and there because he's going and just guiding over other family members and stuff. And it's really, it's a beautiful thing because he's like, I'm staying busy. I'm doing things I couldn't do in life, Thea. I'm good. I'm good. He's like, this is where it's at right here. He's like, I don't think I ever want to reincarnate. I think I just want to be where I'm at because he's just able to be himself and reach out, you know, um, to so many people. Good morning, Julie. Good morning. Um, so this morning, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about shift and change. I know we talk about it all the time, how things around us are kind of odd, but I notice that animals are speaking out a lot more as well. As to the shift, perfect example. Good morning, Kimmy. Keith and I were going to the store the other day, and we're sitting in the car and we're talking and we're like trying to get our errands all in order, like, okay, we need to go to the grocery store, blah blah blah, just trying to plan how we're going to get all this done and then come back roundabout back to the house, right? And as we're sitting there in the car, I see this movement out of the right of my eye, and it's this beautiful black cat, and it's by the hedge and in front of our house, right? And this black cat just, I'm like, hey, kitter, sin. And the cat turns around and looks at us. We're sitting in the car, right? And the cat just like starts walking up, just cruising, just walking off, just nonchalant. We're sitting in the car, right? And I'm like, okay, here comes this cat. This cat knows that we're looking and talking to him, right? So this cat comes walking, stops and looks at us when he gets to the curb, starts walking, cruising across the street, just watching us, looking back, just watching us. And I'm like, look both ways, hello. And so we're just like, we're making sure no cars are coming, whatever. And at the time that the cat is right in front of us in the street, here comes a crow swooping down, talking or whatever. He didn't attack the cat, he didn't come at him, but they just kind of like, good morning, kind sir. And then the crow took off and then he landed right there on the curb. The cat just kept cruising around. He kept looking back at us, just looking around. I'm like, holy shiitake mushroom. I'm like, wow. And because you know how superstition, people always say, oh, if a cat goes across your crosses your path. Well, I'm like, no, this is not bad. This is good. This is a familiar saying, good morning. Here we are. How are you today? And whatever. But it was such an amazing moment that they just both came. The black crow, then there's another crow on top of the light post, on the block in front of our house. There's a light post. So there was just that good morning, how they came out all together, and they, the two of them, and they were just like acknowledging us, and I was just like, well, have a lovely day. We don't see those things unless we pay attention. Some people be like, damn cats, whatever. And I told Keith, remind me to put a can of tuna out there, just to, let them know, hey, you be safe. We send our love. Here's a little gift, something very nice. Totally forgot to put the tuna out. So, anyways, I'll do that today. So it's those little things where maybe most people don't notice, but I do. I've always been one of those. If I see a black cat, I always, send love, like I do to most all creatures, pretty much. But the black cat, it just really like gives me this feeling of like just love, this over the top, more than usual. But anyways, I don't know if those of you have been feeling this kind of divine closeness to certain, not just people, but maybe places. Um, um, it could be people in your life too. All of a sudden, you've had this rediscovering of a new relationship with somebody that's been in your life for a million years, even if it's a family member. It's almost like a real rebuilding, um, releasing those old energies, and like a regrouping, or a new way of accepting each other, in the relationship, whether it's family, friends, or whatever. It's almost like a re-evolving of friendship, lovers, whatever it may be. Even if you were to look at, say, um, even in yourself, I've noticed, um, yeah, I'm a little bit tired. We're all tired. As healers, we're all tired. That's just my opinion. We go through days where we're just like up and down, up and down. But to keep that energy, um, on level, it's a wonderful feeling when we're in the flow, right? So working and doing all these other things, we have so much to do in our daily lives. But always remember to replenish yourself. I take a nap. I mean, you know me, I'm big on naps. I have to have my nap. I've been drinking a lot of water too. That's been helping a lot. But at the same time, the food intake is very, um, still clean, so good. Some, crap here and there. But, you have to be good to your body. Acknowledging your body, your mind, energy around you, the people around you. I've noticed as well. Tuesday, I did a show I came back this past Tuesday, like I said, and Debbie and I did a show together. And it's so weird. Well, actually, I shouldn't say weird. It's absolutely just the way it is. It's like so many ancestors step forward. I know maybe some of you have been having not necessarily hearing voices, but having this feeling of nostalgia, like this feeling of memories coming up, maybe, of old loved ones, or coming across pictures of old, back in the days and stuff like that. My sister and the twins, we were looking at some old pictures, like, you randomly, everybody, life goes on, people are busy doing what they're doing, and then all of a sudden my sister texts the other day, and she's like, hey, she's like, look what I found. Pictures, old pictures of me, our family members, just times that took us back. And there's almost a vibration coming off those pictures, because it's like old memories that just, it fills you up. It fills your heart. It takes you back to a much simpler time. Keith and I were talking about this last night, how around 5 or 6 p.m., when the sun starts to set, that to me is my perfect time of day. it's always been that time where the sun is coming down. For whatever reason, that's like that's like I see myself sitting on a porch in front of my house, just enjoying the view and just sitting there and just at peace. It's one of those things where it's like that to me is heaven. As simple as it sounds. That's exactly my joy. That's my favorite time of the day. I don't know if any of you have noticed your favorite time of the day. Some people like early mornings, but that's just my time when the sun is going down. There's something in the air that's very magical for me. It's a time like especially this time of year, September, October, November. Those are like that's autumn, fall. That's my jam. That's my thing. I've always had this thing for maple leaves. I've always had this thing for the leaves that change color, the fall leaves, when they go from green and then they go to the bright orange and the red and the beautiful color, and then they become brittle. To me, it represents the ultimate change. It's who we are. It's who we are as humans. We are the trees. We are everything that's around us. We change just as the trees change. We change our hair. We change our looks. We change our wardrobe. Some people, anything to just create that shift within ourselves. It's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. Most people don't really realize that they're doing it until they look back and they're like, I do change my hair at at different times. Some people go blonde during the summer, and other people, they go back to dark during the winter time. It's just one of those things. Yeah, this is my favorite time of day too, Kimmy. Is that it's almost starting anew, like preparing for the freshness of the next day, and just living through a day of whatever may have been brought to our feet that day. We're survivors. We love, we forgive, we work so many different emotions throughout our days. We wear so many different masks and carry so many different, I don't want to say burdens, but carry so much responsibility that we don't realize it until we look back. We're like, God, I got all this done today. Debbie is a perfect example. Debbie Duncan, the owner of Psychic Fixes. She does so many things throughout her day. And it's all into help and guiding people in her family, her friends, the spirits around her. There's always energy working with her. And it's something that's very magical because it's always based on unconditional love. Everything that she does is like, I want you to succeed. And when sometimes at the end of the day, when we talk, like at the end of our show, she'll tell me all the wonderful things she's done, like throughout the day. And I'm like, you did a lot of things today, Debbie. She's like, oh my God, I did. We don't know how dynamic we are, or how magical, or how creative, or how strong we truly are until we get to that sunset, or where the sun is going down. We realize that, you know what? We hold strength on our shoulders, in our mind. We're very in our bodies. And at that end of that day, that's when we're able to just realize how much change do we truly bring to those around us? What part did we play in somebody's life, or in our own lives? What have we done to create the next steps into success for the next day that's coming? As soon as the sun falls tonight, what is tomorrow going to bring me? What is it going to have, the adventure? It's a domino effect, my friends. The things we do today may not affect tomorrow right away, but even years down the road. We reap what we sow. We bring things to ourselves, to our families, and all of evolution. It's a beautiful energy. Make sure you know what you're putting out. I try. I'm not perfect. I'm like, I have my moments. Absolutely. We all do. But we do our best. We always do our best. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, I love that time of day, Kim. That's my go-to, man. That makes me feel good. I want to be old and on. Well, I mean, I'm almost there, but on the porch, just chilling, just sitting there drinking my whatever I'm drinking. I'm going through a huge change. First, I cut 5 inches off. You know what? That's a huge change, Diana. Holy crap! 5 inches off your hair. I've been there, sister. I've been there. Let me see here. Let's go here. Let's look at this, Diana. I'm very nervous and overwhelmed. I want to know if I'm going in the right direction. I feel I'm sick of settling for less than my work. Oh, honey, that's it. Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, my God, Diana. Here we are. There's a reason why you're here. There's a reason why I put that ticker tape there. There's a reason why all those other things are here. Let me tell you something, Diana. We have been, as not just as women, not just as healthcare providers, first responders, whatever, however you call yourself or however you go by, we are all going through so many different things in so many different ways. We carry so many different achievements throughout our careers that we never really fully give ourselves benefit for. I've been in the medical field for over 30 years now, and this is the most. I've loved many jobs. I've loved many jobs. This job I absolutely love. Yeah, not every aspect of it, okay, but you know what? What it is, what it is. I absolutely love this job because I work with children. I avoided this job my entire career until this past year, the universe pushed me into it. This entire time, I could have found my home many years ago, but I had to build the strength. I had to get all the lessons beforehand in order to have the knowledge for me to obtain this kind of job. And it's fine. It's fine. It brought me years of experience. It brought me years of, ups and downs, whatever. But overall, I enjoyed the ride. I love my career. I look back at it and I'm like, wow, I did a lot of shit. But you know what? Hey, who hasn't, right? But it led me to this moment. For you, Diana, you know why I cut my hair? I fully understand. Because work is so busy, a lot of us, and some people don't realize this on the outside of the medical field. A lot of us cut our hair or change how we dress. A lot of us stop wearing makeup because, when you get to work, now we wear masks 20, the whole time we're there, 8 hours. If we're not wearing N95s, we're wearing the regular, masks, um, N95 or a mask, period. All 8 hours of our shift. And you probably, being an RN or something, work 12-hour shifts, right? If not more. A lot of us are cutting those 5 inches off of our hair because we just can't stand it at work anymore. A lot of us don't wear makeup to work anymore. For what? Because we're there to save lives, not to look good, right? I mean, to each their own. But we don't want to be rubbing our eyes while we're at work. We have to protect ourselves, not only our patients, but we have to protect ourselves, right? But the struggle you're feeling, my friend, the shortages have always been there, but they are worse in some areas more than others. It's just the nature of the beast. But at the same time, you are being stretched for greater things, my friend. There comes a time where we become in this position where we want more. It's not necessarily, I myself become antsy. I think you become more like, bring me more knowledge, bring me more knowledge. I think I'm getting kind of bored. I think that's who you are, Diana, and it's a phenomenal thing. I see you doing great things, moving up, even in management, something where you're able to guide the people the way they should be guided. Because you're a frontline worker. A lot of the frontline workers who turn into management, who go up into management, they know what it's like to work short staff. They know what it's like to not have what they need for their staff, and just all those dynamics. So you're able to step forward and do more things. You're able to make those kind of commitments to the change and know exactly what works and what doesn't work, rather than somebody who guides from behind a desk that doesn't know exactly what your day consists of. Even when I held management positions as a phlebotomy supervisor, whatever I was doing, I always worked the front line with my employees, with the staff. I always did. I never sat at a desk and made calls from my desk. I never did, because I am a worker bee. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing lame or whatever about being a worker bee and a supervisor, because as far as I'm concerned, all my years of in the business, if my boss could not do the job better than I could, or anybody in our department, it's very hard to respect somebody who just doesn't know the job at all. The ins and outs, the sacrifices, the things like that. I get it. There's some people who are better leaders from the desk because they can go behind the work, but you need the strength of somebody that's on the front line, that's able to go through to run the moat with you and do those things. That's who I am. That's me. That's my own personal opinion. However, people are successful in leading, I praise them all. But this is who I am. And Diana, you are also one of those who's a worker bee. And I don't mean that in any disrespect, but you are the one that goes above and beyond. You are the one that sees where things need to be filled, where there are empty holes, they need to be filled. I absolutely love it. The strength you have and the love you have is something that's going to be so useful for you, because you already feel this, the need and the want. You're hungry for that, and people are going to see that, and they're going to they trust you. They understand your guidance. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, you're an OR aide in surgery. Absolutely, that's a friggin' stressful job. Holy cow! You've been there 6 years. I'm going back to school for nursing. Absolutely. You know what? Test anxiety is something where you just want to sit there. My thing right here. This is what I do. I suck. You can talk to me all day long and I can give you answers. You put me down at a desk and you hand me a pencil and a paper and you're like, here, write it down. I'm like, holy shit, I don't know what I'm doing. It all just goes out the freaking window, man. It's gone. Debbie always gives the best advice when it comes to stuff like that. Ask your spirit guide to come in. Ask your ancestors to come in and to help you during these times, to help you release those extra energies. Ground yourself before your tests. Allow that anxiety to slip away. I always ask my grandmother to come in and just kind of watch over my shoulders, a little bit, just to kind of help to remind me, to guide me. I also asked my spirit guide, Chief Mojo Rising, to come in, or the 4 chiefs. I have the 4 chiefs here. And I asked them to come in and guide me, to help me to be able to stand in my truth, my knowledge, but also to be okay with getting things wrong. To understand that this is a learning journey and that I'm going to do my very best. But if they can help me and guide me, I'd be grateful for them, because I want to move forward in my future. It's a beautiful, ask for that help. Let them know. Yeah, I mean, they already know you're nervous, but unless you ask them, they cannot help you. Non-interference. Okay. Yeah, because they can't answer. They can't ask. They can't help you unless you ask them for help, because it's one of spiritual laws, non-interference. Yeah, you know what? Absolutely, Diana. You know what? I read, a friend of mine on my Facebook page, for those of you, a friend of mine who's an RN, I've known her for many moons. She's a wonderful nurse. There are many, many wonderful nurses out there. And she put something out there, how, it was this, not a poem, but it's a saying that a nurse wrote, how after many hours of working, schooling, seminars, yada, yada, yada. I mean, all this stuff that's required from an RN, how now they just feel not appreciated. They call upon their higher management. They call upon, they try and take care of the patients as best as they can. But it's a whole dynamic, because it's like you try and guide some patients and they're just like, they don't listen and they come back. well, this happened, that happened. Well, you know what? You were given instructions, and it's just the total dynamic. It's like it's an endless job. It's an endless job, and a lot of the times, they get browbeat. A lot of RNs get browbeat for stuff that they just is out of their control. I see it day in and day out. It's a horrible thing, and I'm just like, well, I don't know how you take that. And I get it. Parents, patients are they don't feel well. They're in stressful situations. I get it. We all get it. But there's a fine line between disrespecting, um, not being grateful for the sacrifices that everybody is trying to make while trying to heal whoever they are, their children, their loved ones, their friends, their family members, whoever. Um, yeah, you know what? And a lot, and you are going to get some people that are just kind of like, meh, I'm here for the paycheck. Those are the ones that we have to do laps around. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, but you will meet your tribe. Your tribe is coming to you. Trust me, with the upgrades and all that, ask your ancestors to help to guide you, to help you to work with high vibrational energy people, with the movers and the shakers, do all those lovely things. Ask. Ask what you want. Write it down. Write it down. Put it under your pillow. Say it to yourself every single night. I'm going to start working with these people. The universe is going to start bringing me high vibrational people, motivated, loving, whatever you're looking for. The universe is going to bring me the perfect shift, the best. The money, even the money is going to get better. The supplies will be there. Trust me. Trust me. It will come. I bless you and I leave you with that, my friend. Good stuff. I'm so proud of you, Diana. You're always a mover and a shaker. You've been on the show. Absolutely. I know who you are. You're obviously a mover and a shaker. Let's see here. Hey, good morning, Bear. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Carla. Welcome back. It's good to see you. Oh, thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Billy. You're the best. I really appreciate you. Yeah, everybody's doing good. We're getting back on track. We're doing those wonderful things. Good morning, Lisa. Let's see here. Yeah, Diana, we're all wearing masks 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I mean, I do. I wear a mask every single day. I don't care, vaccinated or not. I still go out. I still go out with a mask. I've seen people do some gnarly shit, and I'm just like, people still sneeze, can't cover their damn nose, cough, can't cover their mouth. People, I don't know where they've been the past year. Maybe like in a time capsule, and they have no idea what's been happening. But some people just don't have. They don't get it. They don't have it, or they just don't care. I don't know. Maybe they think they're invincible, immortal. I have no idea. Let's see here. Mary Kearney. Good morning, Mary. How are you? Can you tell me about the feelings the man I love towards me? Mary, when I see you, It's funny. Actually, I don't want to say it's funny. Mary, let's look at this. Mary, I actually don't take anybody in order. I just yada 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 yada. I just pull people when I'm done. I don't know. I don't pull. I don't. If you're called, if some people are like, oh yeah, if you're called to me, whatever. Sometimes my grandmother will step in and be like that one, or my nephew would be like, hey, wait, hold up, that kind of thing. Most of the time, I just look at people's name and I'm like, if somebody steps in, I'm like, oh, okay, then we'll do it. You know what I mean? But I don't really necessarily go in order. No worries. No worries here. Mary, I don't see this guy hanging out. So many people are, I don't want to say so many people, but there's some people that are up in the air. Like I see him, he's got his heads in the clouds. He doesn't know what he wants. I see you moving forward. I see him shifting out smoothly. I know I know you say you love him, but you know what? Love sometimes isn't enough to stay because you're moving on to bigger and better things. I see that you have money coming in, and I'm not talking just stimulus, whatever is happening. Something about a new job, a new opportunity, working in a store, something where you're able to not necessarily create something, but you're able to use your skills in the store where you're able to, it catches people's eye and it's good stuff. Children is also a thing for you. Um, I don't know if you have this closeness with children, but children notice you. It's a beautiful energy. Um, I see you reading a book to a child. It may even be maybe even in school or something where you're able to give guidance to younger minds, and it's a beautiful energy. Um, let's see here. Mary, I like. Thank you for liking and sharing, Mary. I appreciate you. Um, will I be moving house and will the court case be canceled over my car accident? I don't know what that means. Were you in a car accident? You could possibly be moving. I think that new job will bring a new house. If you're looking for a new job, if you're looking for something, I just see you doing crafty things with your hands. I see children in the background or like in front of you, like you're doing something, you're creating something. But at the same time, it's like that brings you that happiness, that joy back. So you're able to do um, the money. The money comes in, and then you're able to move or do whatever you want to do. Um, Car accident. I'm not seeing an answer about your car accident just yet. Everything is just so stagnant, anyways, right now. Because of the damn, COVID and all that. The courthouses just ain't functioning full. They say they are, but you know what? I know they're not. Meh. They can say whatever they want. I don't. I know, and then they call me for jury duty. I'm like, cut it out. Anyways, that's my story. I don't see anything about a court case coming up. Give it some time. But I do see you in a new place, new job, new place within the next month. Good stuff. Accept it. It'll move on to better things. God bless you. And I leave you with that. Mel Rose. Hi, hon. How can I help you? What a beautiful baby. Mel Rose. What can I help you with today? Let me know. Where's Miss Elaine? Elaine, did you have a question? I'm sorry. I haven't been here for a while, so I'm like trying to figure out what I'm doing. Like trying to read the comments. Lisa, how do I know who my spirit guides are? My spirit guides, I see them for me, I see them with their faces. I see who they are. I see, they tell me who they are. Some people you just know in your life by their vibration. Your spirit guides will also be the ones that are very familiar to you because you know kind of who they are. If it's a lot of the times, if it's somebody who just recently passed away and you're feeling very lonely, sometimes they'll come to you right away. It all depends. They still have to go through their life view, that kind of thing. But sometimes you'll also get a message, a brief message from them, just letting you know that they're okay. But you feel that familiarity. Sorry. You feel that, like, that knowingness, like that comfort that comes over you. You feel that energy of, I know that person. I know that feeling of warmth or whatever that might be. Also, this is an exercise that I do. I do a meditation, of course. Back in the day when I didn't know who my spirit guides were, I would do this energy work with my cousin Lisa. She taught us. She's an awesome. I still need to have her on the show one day. She just got a new job too. Props to my cousin. Good stuff. Good stuff. I miss her and I love her dearly. Um, you set a disc out in front of you, or like a platform. You go into a meditation. Just take a few deep breaths. We can do this now if you like. Anybody want to know who their spirit guides are? Sit back and relax. Let Carla help you. Go and just relax. Taking a couple deep breaths. Find your space in your head. Allow the softness of your shoulders to relax, and in your heart chakra. As we sit here and we breathe in gently and we release those energies from our lungs that no longer suit our best and highest good, any of that stagnant energy that may be running through our body, we're releasing it through our breath. We clear our system, our etheric body, our avatar bodies, and also our aura. Through every inhalation that we take, we renew our body. As we blow out that lower vibrational energy, that fluctuation, the body begins to feel much lighter, and the energy flows much smoother, much lighter within us all. Now, wherever you find yourself in this moment, it may be a green field, you could be on top of a mountain, you can be in your living room, sitting in your favorite chair. Wherever you find yourself, envision a platform, a stage, a tree stump, however you want to place your platform. You can make it beautiful, you can put flowers, you can do whatever you want. As you're sitting there in your energy, you ask your spirit guide to please make himself visible to you and to please join you on this beautiful platform we created just for him or her. Now, ask your spirit guide. Well, first we want to thank them for showing themselves to us. Thank you for coming and spending this beautiful Saturday with us, allowing their presence to be seen as best as possible, to share in your stories and in your energy. Ask your spirit guide to help you, to guide you, and to create a bond, a relationship with one another, so that you can fulfill your life purpose. So you're able to feel their love and to be able to understand their messages clearly. Now, some of you may see your spirit guide fully. Some of you just may be able to see the outlining, however you see them, however they want to show themselves to you. Ask them what their name is. Ask them whatever you want to ask them. But we also want to continue to thank them for being here, for being a part of our lives, to sharing in their knowledge, to help to guide us. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So as we continue, you can continue with your conversation however you want to. And this is something that you can do each and every day, just so you guys can build that bond. So we want to thank our spirit guides for being here. The archangels for also guiding us in our days. We ask to please have them come back anytime that they wish, that this is their place on their little platform, whatever it may be. We thank them for coming to share this moment with us. Even if we didn't fully get to see them, or even if we saw a little spark of them, we are extremely grateful for that. We thank them, we thank them, we thank them. We say our goodbyes, and we will see them soon. So hopefully that helps you. Sometimes they'll stand close by, like I see on it for a lot of you guys. A lot of them, they stand back. They'll even have a specific spot where they stand. My spirit guides, Chief Mojo Rising, always stands to the top front right of me. The other two chiefs stand in front. Like there's three of them that are right here. So Chief Mojo Rising, Chief Black Elk, and then Chief Joseph Red Feathers. They stand all in front of me right here. My grandmother stands to the left of me, as well as my nephew. He kind of stands back, but he comes back and forth. To the right, there's somebody new that's here. They just stepped forward right now. I don't know who it is. I think it's a little girl. I'm not sure. She just may just cruise in. You will see that though. Sometimes spirit guides will come in and they'll leave. Or sometimes, like, I don't know if you guys know, for those of you who are new to the show, Chief Mojo Rising was my spirit guide for, I mean, he's been my number one, like the first one, but besides my grandmother, besides Mama. But he never would look at me. He would never address me. He always stood on the top of, like, say, the Grand Canyon. It looked like that. He would always stand up there, but he would always be facing the sun. Sometimes he would look back at me, acknowledge me, but then he would continue to look forward. He would never address me. He would never talk to me. And I'm like, why is this Indian dude standing up here on the, why is he up there? He's not looking at me. He's not talking to me, that kind of thing, right? Sometimes they will address you when you're ready, when you're ready. When you're ready for the message, sometimes they're like, okay, that's cool. You know, we can do this. But when you're ready, okay, let them know little by little, bits and pieces, that kind of thing. Okay? Always keep that open dialogue with them and they will respond. Okay, let's go back up here. Hi, Karen. Hi. Hi, Kate. Let's go back up here. Hey, Karen, thank you. Let's see here. I was wondering if my aunt recently passed over again. She's a message for the family. Let's see here. I'm not getting anything right now. Let's see here. Let me go back. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Mel Rose. Hold on. Let me simmer on that, Karen. Okay, let me hold on. There's a little lady that stepped forward, but she's just not saying very much right now. She's just smiling, Karen. She's just smiling. She's not saying anything. Mal, who's been around you? Mal, are you still here, honey? Mel, I'm not sure who's around you. It looks like an older gentleman. Somebody who is... Hey, Mel. There's a grandfather figure that's standing around you, and he's saying that he is somebody who is from another time and another place. I don't think he's actually a relative of yours. For whatever reason, he's just hanging out there. Have you been hearing things around your house? In the kitchen, there's like almost like pans, like lids, kind of, sort of. He's just lonely. He's just cruising by. He's like, there's something that's very familiar to your home. Sometimes spirits come through and they hang out at your house because it's something similar to them, a joyful time in their life, something that is, he goes, I'm not here to hurt anybody. There's just something very comfortable about your energy. You remind him of a daughter of his. And he says that he's just kind of lost right now. He's like, may I stay for a little bit? There's also a dog there. I don't know, Cocker Spaniel, that's just popping into my head. You know, Mel, yeah, I think you have kind of like a train station, kind of, sort of. They pass mainly through not through your house, I apologize. They pass in front of your house. Sometimes you hear somebody walking in the front of your house and there's nobody there. It's kind of like, I don't want to say heavy traffic, but it's something to where I can hear footsteps. And you're like, is somebody at the door? And you're waiting for somebody to ring the doorbell, right? Something kind of similar to that. Don't feel threatened. It's kind of like they're just cruising by. It has something to do with the land. It has nothing to do with your home. Sometimes they get lost and you have a window open, and for whatever reason, they just walk through. I just see like a group of people just walking through. Whatever you do, don't disturb them and they will leave you alone. A lot of them don't know that they're dead. A lot of them, it's almost like I see like soldiers almost, like people in, uh, like they're having to walk. Like they're all kind of, they're hungry, they're tired. I'm getting the energy of like, they're not necessarily lost. They're just like on this where they're cruising to. It's like a destination. They know they've got to get there. I do see a wagon of some sort that's going. So we're talking, this is old time, sister. This is old time, babe. This is like, so what happens is that they get stuck or they're reenacting the thing. I don't see any of them really suffering. Like, I don't see blood, gore. I don't see none of that, my friend. What I do see is just people on a mission. They're just walking. It, I'm not saying it's a portal. I'm just saying it's the land where people are just cruising. They're not, and it's not like it's an aggressive cruise. Like they're just like mean or foul or nothing like that, sweetheart. It's they're on their track now. It's like they're moving to the next destination. I don't see that they're Native Americans. I don't see that. Trust me, I would if they were. I just think that they might be soldiers just crossing through. I don't know where you live, sweetheart, but it's not like a battlefield. It's something similar to that, but it's not a battlefield. Okay. I bless you and I leave you with that. Sorry for my rambling. I just see so much. I have like upgraded or something. I've like during my month time off, I did some meditation, some inner work, as well as taking care of family things. And I've got some gifts that I don't know what to do with them, but all I see are these pictures, and they come so fast. So when I'm like telling you what I'm seeing, it means absolutely nothing to me, sweetheart. But to you, you know your area, you know that kind of thing, like the history of the area where you live. So it may be something where it may make sense. Yeah, for you. Mel, you're absolutely very welcome, my dear. Let's see here. Let's go. Carla, again, I tend to tingling in my right arm quite often. It's not your dad. Um, the tingling in your right arm is something of, it's a child, it's a little girl. I'm thinking that she is just somebody who's kind of, I don't want to say mischievous, but she's just trying to get your attention. Why? I have really, she's like, no, it's just fun. That's just her way of her letting you know she's there. Um, it's not that she's stuck there. Something has changed with you, Julie. It's something, you've always been very lovely, Julie. You've always been very, your energy is very embracing. It's very nurturing. It's very welcoming. And I think what's going on, I know your dad is there. He sits at the kitchen table facing the window, that kind of thing. I see him, he's there. The little girl's just kind of hanging out. She showed up there because your energy attracted her. It's not a bad thing. I just think that she just kind of let her know. I mean, if it's okay that you're having that tingling in that one area, it's kind of like here, right? That's all I was able to reach up because I see she's reaching up and she's touching you. That's going to cause that. But at the same time, if it's startling you, just you can ask her not to do it. You know that. I mean, you're pretty keen. You know all that stuff. If it doesn't bother you, that's fine. But I'm one of those. It's like I love my space. I just I don't like them to just kind of like step in, that kind of thing. But if it's okay with you, that's fine. I don't see her doing any harm. She's just very like, I'm here. Hey, that kind of thing. She's super sweet. She says her name is Abigail. Hi. Hi, lady. My name is Abigail. She's like, I don't know. She's like my mommy. She's super cute. She's like, I just like to give her a touch. I do that. I don't mean to be mean. And her thing is that she's just like, I don't mean to scare you. Her energy is super like, I don't know. I don't like to use the word mischievous, but she's kind of like, tag, you're it. It's not mean. It's not vicious. She's just like, tag, you're it. And it's super cute. Your dad absolutely loves her. So I don't think she'll be there very long because she's just kind of cruising around. She's like, I like to see what people do in their house. But I just told her, but be respectful, be nice. And she's like, I know. Thank you, ma'am. She's very respectful. She's very, thank you. She's so cute. Oh my God. She has a little dress and it's like checkered, kind of like really cute, little frilly. My daughter had a dress like that when she was little. Super cute. And she's got like little white stockings, nylons on, and she's got little white shoes. And she's like, I was sick. And my mommy and daddy used to cry all the time. I was sick. But I'm not sick anymore. There's nothing wrong with her face. She's fine. She looks normal. She's not, a threat, and that, you know what I mean? She's super cute. She's got brownish, like sandy brown kind of hair. And she's got ponies. Like sometimes they're in ponies like this. Or she's like, I like braids. But that's just pretty much how she wears her hair. She's like, my hair's long. She's like, when I died, my hair was short. But I like my hair long. She's so cute. Oh my God, she's a chatty patty. Anyways, I bless you and I leave you with that. She's super sweet. She's like, I love apples, bananas. That's what she misses, apples and bananas with peanut butter. That was your jam. Let's see here. All right. Let's look at this. Hi, Kimmy. No, I don't know who you're welcome, Julie. The thing about this, I don't know why somebody would tell you that, but there's no demons chasing your daughter. My thing is, I don't see any demons chasing your daughter. I don't know why anybody would tell you that. My job here is not to discredit anybody. If I was to see something that would be outside of the normal realm, of course, I would always consult with Debbie. Debbie is my go-to. She is my right and my left arm at times. Or Debbie would consult with me about certain things because we all have a different gift. Let's just put this out there. We all have different gifts. There are certain things, okay, for those of you who are long-time, watchers of Psychic Fixes, Debbie and I, and all the other beautiful people that are on this show, all of the other light workers, however they want to define themselves. If anybody would ever tell me something like that, or there's certain people that come to Debbie and they're like, look, I was told this, or can you please look at this, or whatever the situation may be. Debbie is somebody who is phenomenal and she's good at what she does. She reads the tarot cards. She works with the cards. She works with many different ways that makes her Debbie. Awesome. I, on the other hand, I work with spirit. I'm not very comfortable with tarot cards. I can use tarot cards, but I would rather go with what spirit tells me, what your family tells me, your passed on loved ones. I work through my spirit guides. I'm not saying that people that use tarot cards, I'm not knocking any of that. I'm just saying everybody's gift is different. My gift is through spirit, and that's why when you see the shows with me and Debbie, I go first a lot of the times because spirit comes to me and boom, it goes, and I give the message. And I tell Debbie, I don't want to lose it, man. I don't want to lose it. So I go first a lot of the times. And Debbie will do the cards, and a lot of the things that I say, that's totally like spot on. Now, when somebody tells you that your daughter had demons chasing her, I don't see that. I never saw that. Debbie can see many different things that I cannot see. I can see things sometimes that Debbie cannot see. But when it comes to somebody telling a mourning mother that demons were chasing her daughter, I have a problem with that. I'm not saying that these situations do not happen. I fully believe in the paranormal that can cause situations where people end up dying. Yeah, I believe in it. I believe in many things. What I do not believe in is a healer telling somebody, or whoever this person was, I'm not saying they're a healer, whoever they may have been, they better damn well have the proof before they tell somebody something so traumatic like that. Again, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying the way that I work, if I was to see something, when me and Debbie are doing the show, and if either of I see something, you bet we're gonna talk about it right then and there on the show, or we're gonna say, hey, you know what? Get with us together after the show, because some things are personal. Some things we don't want to be putting people's life issues out there, because it makes people even more vulnerable. And there's certain things, like, this is why Debbie and I don't talk pregnancy, uh, marriage, like those kind of things, because you know what? Somebody that could be watching the show, you know what I mean? I mean, people watch worldwide. Anybody can watch our shows, right? So when it comes to personal things, I'm very personal with my life. Yeah, I do this show, but at the same time, there's certain things. My life is my life. Debbie's life is her life. We all give certain amount to the world. But when it comes to you guys, we respect and we honor and we cherish your personal lives. The thing about this, what they told you, Kimmy, is always remember, consider the source where it comes from. Do you trust these people or this person in your gut? And also, if they're asking you for a shit ton of money, I won't even go. I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just what happens. I'm a big girl. I had a reading back in the day before, way before I started doing this stuff. Some girl tried to charge me by the pound, by how much I weighed. True story. True story. She wanted to do some work for me, blah, blah, blah. She's like, so tell me, how much do you weigh? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you how much I weigh. Hell no. She's like, okay, so, whatever. She's like, oh, yeah, she's going to charge me by the pound. I'm like, what? I was like, you're so full of shit. I said, excuse me. I'm like, yeah, Kate, true story. She wanted to charge me by the pound. I'm like, block. And I had already given the girl like a couple $100 just to kind of see where she was at. Yeah, oh yeah. Then when she told me she wanted to do some major work for me, I'm like, by the pound. Jesus. I hope people don't fall for that. And that's just the difference, what I'm saying. Those are the shitty ones. Be very careful. Oh, thank you, Billy. I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. You know what? And then that's one thing you'll get from me and Debbie and all the other folks, all the other beautiful ladies on this. We're not here to take from you. If you want to donate, if you want to give, by all means, please do. But this is what we do from our heart. This is what we do as healers. This is what we do to make the world a better place. Even if we only reach a couple of people, or we don't need. We do it because it's all about love. It's all about love. It's all about healing. It's all about, understanding that you're not alone. Those energies and all those other good stuff. There are good things. There are good people out there. Always trust in that. Always. She just called me on Facebook. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. So she just called you on Facebook. You know how many psychics come to me and they're like, hey, would you like a reading? I'm like, no, I'm good. Yeah. I'm like, they're like, oh, you need a reading. Oh, you're in it. You know what? Dude, calm down. I always tell them, you know what? Simmer down. You've knocked on the wrong door. They, whatever, tomato, I just kind of, whatever. Yeah, I just kind of leave it alone. And it's, let me get this. It's not because I'm better than anybody else. I'm not. There are so many people out there that have probably way much better skills than I do. But you know what? That's okay. I'm grateful for them. As long as they're doing the right thing by everybody around us, healing people, hell yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's great. I think it's good stuff. Um, yeah, that's too funny. Yeah, you told her she needs to watch her real people. Well, you know what? This is the thing is that I don't believe in telling people there's demons chasing them unless I see the demons myself or Debbie's like, hey, hold up. She'll inbox me or she'll call me and be like, hey, we've got something here. And Debbie's like that. If somebody comes to her and something, she goes, you know what? I got a little concern here, Carla. Can we look at this together? And then we both contact the person. We work together. We make sure that things are cohesive. We make sure when we don't expect nothing from anybody, but we do what we can with the best of our abilities. Once we're at the top and we can no longer help, we're like, you know what? Hey, you know what? We've done everything that we can. And we've had to do this a couple times. There's some beautiful people that I've met on here, and and I've done work for them, and I'm just like, I don't know what else to do. And I'm not going to just be winging it and just kind of, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be, okay, well, let's just try this. No, because that puts all of us in danger of something that could be brought on for all of us or whatever the case may be. We would never risk anything for anyone at any time. We never practice outside of our scope, out of our realm, because it's not right. That's ego. When people start practicing stuff outside of their realm, that's all ego based. An ego is not your amigo. Just putting it out there. So, anyways, Carlos, let's talk. Let's talk. Aw, Kimmy, thank you. Carlos, let's talk. Do I have a message for you? Carlos, are you still here? Noisy neighbors. So, Carlos, my grandmother says that she hasn't been there. She says, you're a bullheaded one. She's like, if he was one of my grandsons, he'd be in trouble. I'd have to sit him down. I would have to talk to him every single day. I'd have to watch him. All the time. She says it in nothing but pure love, Carlos. You know that. She says that, you're the grandson that got away. You're the one that you have to learn the lesson the hard way. She's like, I can guide him until I go to sleep at night, and he's still going to do everything the opposite of what I say. She says that there's some times that she understands that you have to learn the lesson. She's like, I tell the boy to stop touching the stove, and he keeps touching the stove. You're the kid that wants to keep, what is she? She's like, I keep telling him quit messing with the microwave. He tries to turn on, she's showing me this kid. He's opening up the microwave and you're trying to make it work while the door is open. And she's like, no, it doesn't work. You're like, no, wait. I'll figure it out. She's like, mijo, the microwave only works when the door is shut. The food will only warm when the door is shut. Nope. You're like, Nana, I got this, Nana. I got this. The food will warm. She's like, well, you're going to be there all day, all night, all week, because the food is going to thaw before it gets heated that way. I bless you, and I leave you with that. Now, if that isn't something to be said, I swear my grandmother is just like, I don't know. I swear, if Nana was alive, I'd flip and make her a TikTok. I'd make her a freaking TikTok. I don't know. I don't know what to do with her. She's mysterious in that way. Anyways, you guys are the best. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad I can make it this Saturday. I have plans to come back again next Saturday too. Woo. So I do unfortunately have to work one Saturday a month. Oh, actually, I take it back. I'm working next weekend at the hospital. So I will not be here this coming Saturday, but then I will be there the next Saturday. I'll fix that on Facebook and I'll get with Debbie about that. They have me working weekends. You know, one weekend a month, they say. So, anyways, I'm so grateful for you all. Thank you for coming. Please keep in mind that you are never alone. Your spirit guides and your ancestors are always there. Your ancestors are very loud right now. Call on them and ask them to help you in your daily activities. Tell them, bring me some adventure. Ask them. As we get closer to Halloween, the veil becomes thinner and thinner. Make what the heck are those called? Altar. Make an altar for your ancestors. Light a white candle. Say a prayer. Be able to tell them how much you love them and all those lovely things. Talk about your memories with them. Speak of the good times. Keep those memories alive. Not because they're so sorrowful or they take you to a place where you just cannot be, you don't want to be consumed by those emotions of missing them, but to embrace in the joy and the love of the experiences and the memories that you had with them. Let that flourish. Let that be your energy, your vibration. Let that carries you to a high place. Understanding that, you know what, this is only brief. We'll all see each other again real soon. Not real soon, but when we do, when we're all on the other side. Lisa, you have a question. I'm sorry, was it about that little boy? There's a little boy that's standing there, but he's not saying anything. I see that he kind of comes and goes. Yeah, I think he kind of comes and goes. He's not there with you all the time anymore, which is okay. I mean, that's what happens. They come and go. So just when you might hear him, I hear a chair moving sometimes. Kind of, how that sound where a chair moves across the wooden floor. I hear something like that, kind of giggling. But he comes and goes, honey, so he's not going to be there all the time. You may not even really hear anything, but that's what I heard. So you never know. Ask him when he shows up again, or just tell him when he comes. He says, I think he says his name is Joseph. Because they call me Jojo. Ask Jojo the next time he's there. Just kind of let you know that he's there. Tell him to move the curtain or flicker the light. Whatever you want to see. Okay? Without being startled, of course. I always tell Spirit, if you want to come at me, you want to talk to me, do it gently. Don't startle me. I'm old. All right, you guys. I bless you, and I leave you with that. Thank you.